Successful party with AIP. So here's the deal. Our consultants need to book at least one party, right? The awesome thing is, I'm always like, book 10 parties and give me a call back. Book 5. Now they're like, media right here in front of me. You're a rock star. But I want you guys to think about, how many people do we have in our unit booking 10 parties? If any, one. Is one going to cut it for an amazing month? Now, it's not all about production, but it's about building people, which leads to production, which leads to life change financially, which leads to choices, freedom, flexibility, all of that, right? So, the 13 steps, we've got to have our people booking at least one party. So, step number 1, once you're at the party, and you can absolutely teach this to your people. I would encourage you to do it yourself. This is what I did. I did it before I get into the 13 steps. I did this party myself so that I could see, does it work? And then I put it on one of my DIQs and said, you do it and see if it works. Now this is one of my DIQs that has 10, she had 10 active. She has way more than that now because she's about to finish. But I had recruit with her those 10 people. Anyone recruiting with your people? Okay, through training calls, through parties, through debuts. So she had never recruited a person on her own prior to her getting into DIQ. Well, now she's in DIQ, and I was still helping her, and I thought, I've got to release these people, and I want to duplicate myself so that I can produce the leaders to finish. I mean, all of us want leaders, whether we're all building national areas right now or building to create a national area. And so I said, Kayla, how about you try this, test it. I've done it. I know it worked for me. Let's see how it works with you too. I'm excited to see. So she had 3 parties scheduled, all 3 held. She walked away with 3 new agreements on the spot. Now, all I got was a text of, OMG, 1 AIP. Oh my gosh, it works, 1 AIP. Now, don't you want texts from your people saying AIP? And then we, of course, talked, and it was like, and I got 2 new bookings. I don't ever have to go do all these things that we don't love to do, that so many people are not willing to do anymore. And so she got 2 new bookings from every party. And then sales were 400, 900, 600. And then, of course, the referrals were way more than 25. So it worked for her. So then I passed it on to one other person that was newer, and it worked for her too. So I thought it is definitely something that is duplicatable. So step number 1, now that you're at your skincare class, I'm in a very large skincare class. Step number 1 is, upon arrival, do satin hands on the guests and match the foundation of the hostess. Now this might be a whole new thought to a lot of people, but I do not do makeup at my parties, nor do I do foundation at my parties. It takes a lot of time to do all of that. So I do full skincare first, and I do a color follow-up appointment second. So, how I can see this is one of those little things that matters strategically on booking. And I think that there are lots of things that we can do as directors because we know what we're doing, we know how to book, coach, sell, recruit, that kind of thing, but it has to be duplicatable where your people can do it too. It can't just be we're good so we know what we're doing, but they are still insecure and not confident and not knowing what to say and do. And so this is a step-by-step that every single person can embrace. So step number 1 is do satin hands on the guests and match the foundation of the hostess only. Now prior to the party, you want to have a color card set up in a goodie bag or whatever, a color card set up with a lip gloss, lip liner, and eyeliner and mascara, and the color card set aside at the hostess's seat. The hostess is going strategically for the second booking. I'll tell you why in a minute. The hostess is going to get full color that day at the party. All the guests are getting full skincare only. Okay? Any questions about that? Okay. Yes.
Are you doing the mini, leaving your eyes on for the guests? Are you doing a mini facial?
No, full-blown facial.
So they leave without no
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Now, if the party is on Saturday, Sabrina! Oh my goodness! I wasn't here. Was she supposed to? Okay, good. Do you want to come up and teach?
No.
Okay. Okay, so if the party's on Saturday at 2 o'clock, you guys, I leave color cards. When I'm doing my closing consultations, they're more than welcome to put makeup on because I completely get it. They may not be going home. They may be running around, and they don't want a naked face. So I just leave it. I don't teach it. I don't pull out all of my sample book and let them dive in and dig in because then you're there for another 2 hours because that's how women are, right?
Yeah.
So step 1, do satin hands on the guest to match the foundation of the hostess. Have the color card and your samples at the hostess seat in a goodie bag. Okay? Step 2 is thank everyone for coming. Step 2 of your party, thank everyone for coming. Have the guests go ahead and fill out their customer profile card. As they're arriving, thank the hostess for having the party and opening up her home. Now this sounds so basic teaching this to directors, but I'm teaching it to you so you can do what? Teach it to all of your people. And then okay, so of course you're thanking the guests, and now you say this. This is essential, this is key. This is one of those little things that I got away from that's a huge thing for the future of our business. You say, this is the first of 2 appointments. Julia, this is the first of 2 appointments. Our hostess Julia today will be getting her personalized color makeover today, and you'll receive your color at your next appointment. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So,
What about when they say no?
they don't.
That's not good.
I haven't had that yet.
That is lovely for you.
Okay, so here's what I do. So you guys are my skincare party. So Julia today is going to be receiving her color makeover, and you guys, at your second appointment, you're going to receive your color makeover. But for the 4 of you being here today, Julia is going to receive her custom, oh goodness, this has been destroyed. Her compact mini for free, and you show it full. But this is like broken now. With the brushes, you show this. Julia, this is going to be yours for free. We can pick your colors, and you give her her compact that's empty in the box. But you show a real one, okay? So Julia's going to get hers for having the 4 of you here today. So at your second appointment, you're going to receive your color makeover for free when you share it with 4 friends. Okay? What do they all want to do? Do they think it's normal?
Yes.
And don't they want what Julia's having? Okay. So it becomes very normal that it's that second appointment. Now here's where, for so long, I used to think, well, if you'd like to get together for a color makeover, or I know our people are saying, I don't really say it, but I know consultants say it, if you'd like to get together, I'd love to give you a color makeover. They're not confident in how they're asking. So we need it to be an assumed appointment, kind of like when you go to the doctor when you're having a baby. It's not, do you want to come back for a sonogram, or we need to see you, or do you want to come back in 2 weeks or a month, or next week if you're getting closer to your due date. It's just automatic, and then they give you a little postcard or a little business card that has your appointment date. So it's just assumed that you're having that next appointment. You guys, we've got to assume that there's that second appointment. So that solidifies new bookings for you. So this is the first of 2 appointments. Our hostess Julia will be getting her personalized color makeover today, and you'll receive your color at your next appointment. Julia will be receiving the custom compact mini for free today for having the 4 of you here. Okay? Step number 3, have everyone introduce themselves. Have everyone introduce themselves. So that's just going around the table. If you guys will tell me a little bit about you so that I can get to know you better. Or I don't know if you all know each other, but that way we can all know each other better. That's it. Okay, so everyone's going around the table, sharing their name, maybe how they know their hostess, what their life looks like, if they're married, single, work, stay home, what they do for fun. Because sometimes they may ask, what do you want to know? And I just usually say that. Are you married, single, work, stay home? What do you do for fun? I love that. They say, oh, what's